Hello and welcome to Simon's Shed, and today it's time for something completely different. If you are a regular viewer, don't worry, my model railway stuff is still carrying on. It's just a bit of a one-off video. I thought I'd do something completely different, or completely different for this channel anyway. I haven't been able to get in the shed lately to do anything on the model railway, so that's had a bit of man flu, unfortunately, and it's not been the most exciting prospect to go in a freezing cold shed. But anyway, in the meantime, I got an email from, I think it was from Hobby Hanger, about this Hubsan Q4 quadrocopter. So when I saw the price, I couldn't resist, because there are quite a few around that are sort of more towards the £100 mark, and some well above the £100 mark. But this, they sort of tentatively claim it's the world's smallest quadrocopter, but they always put a question mark after it, like their lawyers have told them to put a question mark after that claim just in case it's not true. But anyway, it's certainly, as you can already see, a very small quadrocopter. So I believe it's available in America under a different brand name, but over here in the UK it's sold under the Hubsan brand, and as I say, it's called the Q4. So there's no question mark after that one. The first smallest nano quadrocopter. What does that even mean? The first smallest. They're kind of claiming it's the smallest, aren't they? Flight time around 5 minutes. Cute PCB integrated frame. I'll be the judge of that. What else we got here? Some warnings and stuff. And a picture. A little diagram of it. So, oops. And a QR code. I don't know what that does. I think we should open the box and take a look at it. Alright. Okay. It's stuck to the box. Let me just get these twisty things off. So there we have a very small quadrocopter. I assume that's where you charge it. I haven't really read up about these or anything. I've decided to do this like a sort of big excited kid and just rip it open and see what we can do. So there's a tiny little switch there, and I guess that's where you charge it, as I say. But that's the quadrocopter. Let's have a okay. There's the controller. That's a little bit smaller than I was expecting. I guess it did say the first smallest mini transmitter. That is the first smallest mini transmitter I've ever seen. So it's mode 2. For those of you new to this, that just means the throttle's over this side, so this one will stay where you leave it, because that controls the throttle, higher and lower. That's your rudder, and this is your sort of cyclic to move it around. And these, I guess, will be trim and on off. And we need some batteries. Right, so I'll go and get 2 AAA batteries in a moment. Let's have a look. We've got some instructions. As I say, I might go at this like an excited kid and not bother with the instructions. Right, got a USB stick, and let me just untangle this, and I guess that must be the charger, and it charges from a USB socket. And we've got the only other thing I suspect we might be needing, just some spare rotor blades. So that's everything in the package. I think the next thing is to try and give it a test flight, so I'll go and get some batteries and I'll see you in a second. Okay, got some batteries to power the transmitter. Radiant Power Cell Gold. They might work. Not the leading brand, but since this is just, well, it looks promising. Yeah, I half expected this to be one where you plug the charger into the transmitter. Quite a lot of them do that, but no, this is just a transmitter, just to be a transmitter by the looks of it. So let's not bother with the instructions, and normally you would switch the transmitter on, most of these, because it is let me just check. Yes, it is a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, which is good. It should mean we don't get any trouble with interference or anything, and it should be good. 2.4 gigahertz is a good system. So with a 2.4 gigahertz system, you normally switch the transmitter on first, make sure the throttle's down, and I'm assuming this is going to switch that on. Beep, that's gone green. Okay, that looks good. I'm not sure if I can do the controller on camera, but we'll try. Hey. Right, this is going to go horribly wrong at this point. I don't know which is the front. I'm going to say the blue end is the front. Yes, it is. Right. So there seems to be a bit of charge in the battery already. I'm not sure how much. Oh, we're off. Whee! Okay. Well, it works. I think what we need to do now is give it a proper charge and set up a shot so we can actually give it a good test flight. Okay, we're back. We're charged. It didn't take very long to charge at all, so hopefully it's okay. Let's give it a go. This might. I've not flown anything for quite a while, so that's my excuse if it just crashes straight away. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, obviously it needs a bit of trim to get it flying nice and level, but that is really cool. Just wish I could keep it on camera a bit longer for you. Let's go this way a bit. Hey, getting the hang of it now. I do like the noise, like an angry alien insect. Whoops. Not a bad first flight. So, I think what we'll do now is have a few more practice flights and get used to it a bit more, and may actually read the instructions, see if there's anything I've missed. But yeah, initial impressions are straight out of the box. That is a really fun little thing to fly. Okay, here we are after a good few test flights. I'm getting quite short flight times, I've got to be honest, about 2.5 minutes before the lights start flashing. When the battery's about to go, all 4 lights start flashing. Yeah, it does say try different USB ports to charge it up, to plug the charger in. I've tried my car, my desktop, my laptop, so I get about the same sort of results with all of them, to be honest. It has improved. The more I've used it, the flight times are getting a bit longer as the battery sort of beds in, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you can sort of fly it for a minute or so after the lights have started flashing anyway, so we're up to sort of 3.5–4 minute flight times, not quite the claimed 5 minutes in my experience. What else? I have now read the instructions, which is a good job in this case, because there's a couple of things that I learned that I wouldn't have known. The first is you can press this down to change the sensitivity of the controls, so it starts off as about 30%, which is great for sort of learning to fly it and getting used to it, and that's about 60%, and that's 100%. And if you have it in 100% mode, you can actually do flips. You can actually flip it over. It's a sort of pre-programmed flip. So what you do is a little, it's almost like a special move in a video game. You just sort of do a wiggle, full left and right, and it'll go over that way, and right to left, and it'll go over the other way, and the same with forwards and back. So it's not like you're sort of flying it over yourself, it's sort of a pre-programmed move, but still pretty cool, and I'm going to try and demonstrate that to you. I can't promise that I can do that without crashing and get it on the camera in focus. I think filming model railways is a lot easier than tiny little buzzy flying quadrocopters, but that's my problem. Okay. Okay, so that's just about in shot. I'll try and fly a bit closer to the camera. So I've just sort of got the trim settings okay. What shall I show you first? Okay, so this is the default sort of 30% sensitivity, and that's full rudder, and that's full cyclic. So now I'm going to put it in 60%, and you can immediately see it's a lot more sensitive. So that's way, I caught it. So that's full rudder. Whoops. And 100% is a lot more sensitive. Way a bit too sensitive for me at the moment. But you can only do flips in 100% mode, so there we go, and there goes. And there we have it, the Hubsan Q4 Nano. Fantastic little quadrocopter. I would say probably not the best thing for an absolute beginner to pick up. Maybe go for something from E-flite, like one of the dual rotor coax rotor helicopters would be a good place to start. The E-flite stuff's pretty good, I've used that quite a lot. But if you've flown anything before, then you should be fine with this. It seems pretty robust. The only negative really is the short flight times for me. But I mean, I guess you could say the controller isn't that swish, but you know, for under £30, you're not really going to get a fancy controller. I think, considering the price, it's an absolute bargain, and it's incredibly fun thing to fly, and like the flips feature, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so overall I would recommend it, and I'm having a great fun flying this around. So I hope you enjoyed that little review, that little different kind of video, and normal service will be resumed shortly. So thanks for watching, I will see you soon.